Okay, so hello and welcome again to the Global AI on Tour Pune 2020. And I want to thank the organizing team for having me to share my thoughts. And also, I want to thank all of the attendees for joining and investing their time to learn and share new things. So I am sure you might have enjoyed all the sessions so far and learned new things related to the artificial intelligence and how to use the cognitive services and other services in your day-to-day life project or uh, some other practical scenarios. So today I am going to discuss how to create uh, chatbot using Microsoft Azure Cognitive Services and Azure Bot Services. So for that, we do not need to write any code. So this is a kind of no code solution, and by just configuring few things and applying your question and answer pair, you will be able to get this done, and you can use that chatbot in web application or your SharePoint portal or any channels. So I will try to explain as much as I can in the next 30 minutes or so. So yeah. So today I'll explain that how to use Microsoft Azure Cognitive Services to create a knowledge base and prepare a pair of question and answer using Q&A Maker. And then we'll explain how to create a frequently asked question chatbot using Azure Bot Services without writing a single line of code. And that could be used in web application or any channels. So this is a simple solution that you could implement in your organization as well if you want to, if you want. And the reason behind this the simple demo I came up with, as most of the organizations or companies have their FAQ pages available on their portal, and those are important because they might help the employees or the customers to be successful with what they are looking out for and what they need as a real-time information. So that's a, like a simple a solution, but this could be used as a intranet solution that the company employees can use that. And the takeaway from the session is you will have a foundational knowledge of how to create chatbots using Q&A Maker and Azure Bot Services. So before I jump into that, I just want to briefly give you a better introduction to who I am. So my name is Kirti, and I am Microsoft MVP and SharePoint architect and working as an independent consultant. And I have been doing SharePoint since 2007. So it is more than a decade I'm working with SharePoint and work with almost all the flavors of SharePoint. And I'm also an MCTS, and by trade I would like to call myself a consultant, developer, and an evangelist because I would like to talk about it and encourage the community just to learn something new, whatever is your passion about. And I have been speaking at local and international community events and conferences. I'm also passionate to share my knowledge in all possible ways. So I evangelize SharePoint on my blog as well. And I'm involved in some kind of ebooks writing and providing SharePoint, Office 365, and Azure training to the corporate people. And along with that, I'm an organizer of Ahmedabad SharePoint user group, and under this user group, we are organizing events like Microsoft 365 Global Development Bootcamp, this Global Power Platform Bootcamps, the SharePoint Saturdays, and now this last month we also organized this Global AI on Tour Ahmedabad 2020. And as an ambassador of the AOS community, I'm very passionate to grow and build a strong local community for SharePoint, Azure, and Office 365. And if you want to like to get a hold of me, then my contact details are over there on the right hand of the slide, and you can definitely connect with me on any social media platform. And I would be glad to share my knowledge and learn something from the community people. So this is the agenda. It's a simple and short agenda for today's session. So Q&A Maker is a powerful tool to help you create chatbots that can answer questions that your customers or the employee could have. In this session, I'm going to create an FAQ chatbot that could be embedded into your website or any other services like Slack or email or any other channel, Skype for Business, then Microsoft Teams. So the major topics that will cover include first, creating a knowledge base that contains the question and answer pair. Then I will train that knowledge base to understand the question asked in a conversational tone, and creating the chatbot that expose your knowledge base to the different, like it's a web application or the channels. By the end of this session, you will be able to create an FAQ chatbot that can answer your customers' questions as per your whatever the question and answer you have defined in your knowledge base. I hope you will enjoy with me on this journey to learn Q&A Maker and with the Microsoft Azure Cognitive Services Q&A Maker. So as I mentioned that uh, FAQ pages are very common for most of the organization, and they are seen on many websites across the web. So the main focus they are giving for the customers answers to their questions as quickly as possible. So a much more convenient way of looking up a question in an FAQ pages, that would be to just type of message, and we could accomplish that by creating a bot. So I will begin by working with Q&A Maker, which is a framework that helps us to create a knowledge base. And so these are the 4 steps that will explain you in the demo while I am using the Azure Cognitive Services, the Q&A Maker, just to create my knowledge base. So the knowledge base is a kind of information in the form of a question and answer pair. And I will start by creating a knowledge base. Then we'll look at how we can populate a knowledge base with the question and answer pair. And there are multiple ways that we can do this. Then look at how we can train a knowledge base. It allows our customers to ask questions in a different way. And they could say for example, they could ask like, is it raining outside, or how is the weather outside? So the answer would be the same for both the questions. And all those different formats would trigger the same question and answer pair. And then we look at how we can test our knowledge base using the question and answer portal. So after that, I will use the Microsoft Azure bot services just to create the bot. And for that, I will create one Azure web application with Azure bot services, and then test this chatbot using Azure portal. And after that, I will use the secret key and how we can leverage this chatbot to be working in the SharePoint portal, our Office 365 tenant. So I'll explain you that we have some code samples available in GitHub, so you can use those web part and just pass your secret key over there, and that will fetch your question and answer pair from the Azure Cognitive Services from your Azure portal. Right. So let me jump into the demo directly. So if you want to create a kind of knowledge base, then first you have to open this URL, the qnamaker.ai. And if you do not have the Azure subscription, then you have to take the Azure subscription, or you should have that as a primary requirement. And once you are logged in into that, you will be able to create a new knowledge base, or if you already have the knowledge base, then you can open that and add it as per your requirement. So for this session, I have already created one of the knowledge base, but I'll show you that once you click on create a knowledge base, and then how the screen will look like, right? So once you click on this create knowledge base, you will have this screen, create knowledge base. So there are 5 steps you have to follow, and some of them are optional. It is not necessary to follow all the steps. So the first step is most important. That will help us to create a Q&A service in Microsoft Azure. So once you click on the create a Q&A service, it will open it will redirect you to the Azure portal, and you have to create your Q&A maker services. So I already created that with the name GAI Pune Q&A services, but let me click on this button just to explain that how the form will look like, the input form. So here you can give your the Q&A maker service name. So in this case, I am using this GAI Pune Q&A service. So you can name it anything, and then you have to use the subscription, which subscription you are going to use. So once you click on the drop down, you will have all available subscription based on what credentials you have used to log in into Azure portal. And then you have to select the pricing tier. So there are a number of options, but it also depends on which region, the location you are selecting. So I would recommend that you just select this the free version rather than going for the standard version because it is paid. And then you have to provide the name of your application. So you can name it anything, and then click on the create button. So once you click on the create button, it will take some time, like couple of minutes, and your Q&A maker services will be created. Now, once you are done with that, you just come back to this page on qnamaker.ai, and you just have to refresh this. So step one is over. Now we are talking about step two. In step two, you just need to click on the refresh button. So it will allow you to connect with your tenant, then available services, the Q&A maker services, which we have created in the step one. So once I refresh this, it will load all the information. So from here, you have to select which tenant you are working on. So I'm working with the SPC solutions. So, and here it will display your subscription, and in Azure, this drop down Azure Q&A service, you will have these services which has been created in step one. So I am using this GAI Pune Q&A service for this demo, and you have to select the language. So there are a number of languages available. So I have selected the language as English. Now, so this is for step two. Now in step three, you just had to pass the knowledge base name for this knowledge base. So I am using GAI Pune KB as a knowledge base for this demo. So you can use any name on that. So once you are done with that, you just have to pass this name. And for step 4 and step 5, both are optional. Step 4 is optional. For step 5, we just need to click on the create button. So before I move to step 4, I just want to explain few things about the step 4. So let's say, for example, if you have already created your knowledge base and you just want to populate here, right? So you can use this step number 4 just to populate the already created knowledge database, knowledge base, or you can pass different options. If you want to use some web application page where you have defined the question and answer, you just have to pass the URL here. And if you want to pass in file name, you can add the file name from your file system or file sharing folder to here. And one most important one, nice feature is like chit chat. So if you want to get the message and response in a short and simple way, you can use the chit chat. So there are a number of options available: the professional, friendly, witty, caring, enthusiastic. So you can use any one of the options available here. But for this demo, I'm just going to skip this step number 4, and I'm just clicking on the create your KB. So once you click on that, you will see this screen, this one. Yeah, no, I think yes. So once you click on the create button, your knowledge base will be created, and you can see this screen, or you can, yeah, this is the screen, knowledge base. So let's say, for example, I have used this URL as a source, Microsoft.com, which has a number of question and answer pair available on the page. So I have used this as a source for this knowledge base. So there are a number of questions, I guess 53 or 56 question and answer pair is there. So once you have created the knowledge base, now it is time to train your knowledge base. So once you do that, just click on the save and train. So it will uh, whatever the question and answer available as a key and pair for this knowledge base, it will train your this service knowledge base, and you can click on test, and it will open this the chat window in this Azure portal itself, and you can type in anything. Like for example, I'm typing the first question: what is the difference? So it will load the first answer. You can see in the screen, the left side scene, Office 2019 is sold as one. So you can type in and test that, okay, my knowledge base is working. Once you are comfortable with that, you can publish that knowledge base. And once you publish that, it will allow you to create the bot, right? So till this screen, we are done with the creating the knowledge base. And for knowledge base, as I explained, that to manage the knowledge base, you may have number of options from where or what data source you want to use. In my case, I am using this as a data source for question and answer, but you can use the file system or import some TSV or Excel files and get the information from there, and that will be automatically converted into the question and answer pair. Right. So this is all about the first step, how to create the knowledge base. And the second thing is, after that, you just need to create a bot. So there are two options to create a bot. You can click on this button as well, or you can go to the Azure portal and create from there. But it is very straightforward step. If you click on the create bot button from here, and it will automatically redirect you to the Azure portal site, and uh, allow you to create the this bot, and you just have to fill few of the information which asked you to enter here. The most important thing is, let me click on the this create button, and I just wanted to explain one more thing. If you remember, I was talking about that you can use this bot in your SharePoint portal or anywhere else if you want. So once you click on the create bot, this form will be available for you, and
क्या
from
बात कर रहा
there, and
है?
yeah, and from there you just have to pass this name, or you can change it as per your requirement. Select your subscription, select your resource group, then this is most important, like Microsoft app ID and password. So once you click there, it will ask you to create new or use the auto created one. So for this demo, I have used the automatically created one, but in which case you can create new one. If you want to use the same secret key for a number of options, then you can use create new, and there you can provide your the app ID and password, and that you can store somewhere, and you can share with the other tenant, other users who can work with a different tenant or different applications. So for this example, I'm just using this automatically created app ID and password. Right? So once you click on the create, it will open like this window, and from there, in bot management, you have number of options like build, test in a web chat. So before publishing this, or before putting this into any channel, we just want to test that the same way we tested here. right? So the results would be same for both the options. Either you taste from here or from the Azure portal, the port services. Right, so now I'm just typing this, clicking on the test in web chat and typing the same question here. It should give me the same answer as what we have in that. Yeah, right. Now, uh, how to make it workable in any other web application or your SharePoint application. So for that, we have this option in the same area called channels. So once you click on channels, you might have four options: the direct line, web chat, Cortana, and Microsoft Teams. So to use this chatbot in my SharePoint portal, I'm just using the direct line as my channel. So if I click on the add it, I was talking about this key. So you have to use this secret key from here and store somewhere else. And uh, we will use this key into the SPFX web part, and that will allow me to communicate with this Azure bot and my cognitive services from the Azure portal. So I just copied that. Now I'm going to open this SharePoint portal where I have added this web part. Now I'm just adding this web part and I'll show you that where you have to paste this URL. So here we have the direct line secret. So here you have to paste that information we have copied from here, the configure direct line. And once you paste over there, your web part will be able to communicate with your bot services. And just I'm typing this same question. It will display the same answer here as well. So this is how you can create the knowledge base, test it in the Azure portal, then create the bot service and consume that into your SPFX web part. So yeah, I guess yeah, and the web part is available in this location in the GitHub. If you search with the React bot framework, so there are two web parts available. So I have used this bot framework version 3. In that suggests a screen GUI change, and version number, like I have used version 3, and for this web part they have used version number 4. So there are a number of differences like images, cards, adaptives you can use if you go with the version 4. But for version 3, it is like a straightforward, a simple messaging kind of information we can get from there. Yeah, I think I'm done with the simple and straightforward demo, like how to create the knowledge base, how to train it, and how to consume it into this Azure